a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up here in the booth. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way. And
he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Back to throw, Darnold. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. In a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Darnold on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Darnold now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in a tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Bengals at 13-2 on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now. And going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Darnold. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
2 drives will tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 30 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on the 8th. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
The definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. The lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. There's Mecole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On first down, Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now it's Darnold.
Able to find his man, Woods.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Oh, good move. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Darnold.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. And it's caught. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to move back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
Bengals 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so,
he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that,
the Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 33. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
and it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow. He's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Darnold. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 44, Darnold. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Darnold to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Taken in at the 3.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Mixing up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Colts 10-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Burrow looking to pass. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Darnold on first down.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of look at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit for him.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about some... their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Pass incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. 59 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off of play action, Darnold. He's got Fuller.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brother, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
He's got the first down and more.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Mixon with a first down carry. Running right through him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's complete to Fuller.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Darnold's throw taken in here by Fuller. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Being chased out left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, time is certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Again, it's Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On third down, Burrow.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown Colts. Mecole Hardman, 64 yards.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Darnold. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here's a give to Mixon.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading